Alright, let's go ahead and get this party going. How we doing? Hopefully we're doing well and we're ready for some D&D magic. I'm gonna go close the curtains to my window real quick because the glare is quite bad. Alright, so session 8, everyone. I can't believe we've made it to session 8. I'm pretty happy about it. Get my earbuds back in. But we're gonna talk about what happened last session. Session 7. Oh fuck. Well, we'll talk about that actually when we get the party in here. But housekeeping. We might stream some Fallout 76 this evening. I'll talk to my partner and see if she's interested, but I know for sure that I might be down to stream a little bit of Fallout 76. And, drawing schedule. I'm going to be working heavily on actually making a schedule where I stream 5 times a week, if I can manage it. 3 to 5, and I'm going to actually make it happen. So, look forward to that when it comes up, hopefully on Monday. Check out the Discord for that, so... Hi, TC420. Yes, I am. Alright, it sounds like then my partner and I are going to be streaming some Fallout 76 later this evening, hopefully. But, in the meantime, it's now time to go join our party.
Yeah. Maybe it was the not combatant stuff, the character sheet stuff. I don't think that's something I have to worry about right now.
So.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Rack-a-wacka.
We are back. So I do have to report the one housekeeping I did forget. Philip, our player playing Philip, is a little sick, so they're going to be doing their best as far as talking, but at some point if they stop talking, they're still in the game, they're just chatting with us on Discord.
They are fighting mental demons and winning.
I think
every day
we decided to roleplay it as she's actually sick in game and can't, she's lost her voice.
Yeah, she's off and on with her voice.
My lovely singing with the minus 3 trillion stealth, you know.
Absolutely. Alright, so that being said, let's go ahead and talk about what happened last session.
You want me to read this one?
Oh, it's a long one, isn't it? It's alright, I got
that's
it.
why I mentioned it.
It's alright, I got it. Hang on a sec. Okay. And then we go over here. There it is. Sorry, I had to answer a small private DM. Right, so session 7. Having rested after searching the worst tavern for any information on the shady man, the party decided to make their way to the center of town, hoping to be of some help with the clasp. Unfortunately, a slip and fall caused a lot of noise as they were leaving, and alerted one of the flying constructs to the party's presence. The party quickly ducked into a nearby alley in hopes of evading the construct, but the damage seemed to have already been done. As they waited for the construct to encroach upon them, Al decided he would strike first, and he leapt up into the air with his flying boots, great axe aloft, and tried to swing it down upon the construct. And as he connected with one of its wings, a torrent of flames engulfed both him and the construct. Miraculously, he was unharmed. While the construct had crashed against the ground near the rest of the party, wing torn asunder and metal body partially melted. Fearing what killed the construct might come for them next, the party quickly gathered back together, weapons at the ready, and prepared to face whatever unleashed the wave of fire. But what poked its head around the corner was no monster but a little goblin by the name of Philip Goget. She said she was searching for a special pocket watch for her master. After talking for a bit, it was decided she would travel along with the party for a while. The party then continued on their way to the town square. Finally arriving at the town square, the party was greeted with piles of dead constructs and the class members strewn about. Near the center lay a particularly large construct, who seemed to be the hive mind for the rest of the construct. He was surrounded by Asmodeus and a fellow class members who were recuperating after the battle. After informing Asmodeus of their return, the party made their way to the mayor's office, where they discussed their future plans and gave them what information they had managed to obtain to Asmodeus. The party then made their way to the Quadrink Tavern to celebrate their success with food, drink, definitely not cheese. In fact, for some odd reason, the town seemed to be entirely devoid of cheese. Strange that. I didn't write that line, but I know who did.
I don't know what to talk about.
Hey, I found a crumb. I made rat fondue, remember?
Oh no, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no cheese.
No cheese. None in the slightest. Not even on the plate that is in front of your friend who really adores cheese. There's some conspiracy against cheese in this party, chat, and I really don't know where it came from.
Strange.
Alright. So, the night is coming at the Quadrink Tavern, unless you were planning to leave before nightfall.
Do you remember what we did at the very end of the session, Luna?
I remember you guys were sharing drinks and having a conversation as to what you guys would do next.
I think we had actually gone to the stable, I think it was,
Yeah.
and tried to get a
We negotiated.
transportation.
We negotiated or talked about some transportation.
Yeah.
People coming with us, and we brought it down like 50 gold in the total price. And we were going to talk to Amelia when he got back.
That is right. How much was the total price?
I think it was 100.
Yeah, something like 100. I think.
I think you're right. I think it was about, because I remember my original price being about 150 or something like that. I'm about to go grab my books. I'm sorry that I'm standing, chat. But I remember it going down to about 100, 120
And
somewhere in there.
also, I don't remember if it was decided we're not buying the carriage and horse and all that.
No, the carriage and horse is just a cargo shipment, and they're providing you with food and supplies as a part of the crew that is manning it.
But we're acting as security detail too, because they've been having troubles.
I just
apparently.
realized too, you guys are paying to be security. That's kind of fucked. Anyways,
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. That
I have to
wasn't
grab
just me.
books and be right
Okay,
back.
yeah.
You guys are terrible negotiators.
Well,
Cut it
We'll
down.
pay you to
Where
work.
are we?
no, it was part of the discount. Okay.
Pay you to work.
That
Excellent
I don't
job,
know.
fellas.
I don't think it comes from
Oregon Trail rules, man. You need to get across. We'll help you get across. You just make it cheap for us.
So the person we're going with is 100% going to die of dysentery, right?
Mm-hmm. Dysentery.
1,000 times, yes.
But yeah, no, I
I'm
think a
greatly
lot of the reason
confused.
as well is they're also driving themselves back, and we don't have to take it back ourselves.
Yeah, but usually stagecoaching is only like 5 gold a person per day.
Unless they happen to die of dysentery.
We're not murdering them with disease.
You might not be murdering them with disease.
You have some disease in your pocket that we need to know about.
Hold a great
It's a
axe.
non-magical item.
We can prestidigitate.
Oh,
something
My
that looks
books
like a
might have
disease.
gotten
Viruses are
left at
non-magical
somebody
items.
else's place, which is unfortunate, but I shall suffice without.
Was
Very
that some-
confused.
Technically, viruses are non-magical.
Yeah, I guess viruses aren't not.
I summon tuberculosis in attack position.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna quickly send a text just to make sure that they're at that person's house, though.
Everything all right?
Mm-hmm. I think I left my player's handbook and Tasha's cauldron at a friend's place.
Damn.
Oh,
It's lumbago, Arthur.
got that.
Gotta
Oh
go to
my
Tahiti,
God.
Arthur.
All right.
We just need a little
Give me a
bit more
second
money.
to realize
Anyway.
what you're referencing.
I think I'm gonna reorganize that deal because it made no sense that you guys were paying to be a security detail.
Yeah, but that would be.
I stated that and I was like, fuck, that really is true. Shit. So
I mean-
they're just not gonna pay for your food, but you can just join them if you would like, and they'll take you up there with their cargo.
Sure.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
no,
okay.
that
I'm okay with
works great. I was planning to take care of my own food already.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, me
My
Good.
negotiation skills are top notch.
Mhm.
My
great.
negotiation skills so good. You renegotiated a deal that happened.
We
to me.
renegotiated as soon as you guys arrived. It was great.
Yeah.
So the set time for departure, I think, was in the morning, or
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I
it's
remember
always
it being
like
the
that.
next day. So
Yeah, and then we headed back to the quadrangle to celebrate.
okay, good reminder. Thank you. All right, so as the night comes, the drink warms your bellies and the food fills your tummies. The night goes on as people celebrate all around you victory for the savior of the town. Most people don't really recognize you to be. Wait. Yeah, the people on the street don't really recognize you, as there's no one else in the Quadrink Tavern, as you've barred up the front doors and the only entrance is the back door, and no one will
Well,
really
yeah, no,
come.
we're the only ones in the quadrangle tank.
Yep.
But as the night cools down, overall, you feel accomplished, and you get a well-rested sleep.
Quick question:
Yes.
did I pay you in advance last time?
Oh, that is a good question. I don't think so.
Can't remember.
I don't think you did.
No, I don't think we paid.
I think so.
I'll just have to. I'll look back at the VOD if I can, and if I see I did pay in advance, I'll just add some gold.
Okay.
Simply don't be broke. It's easy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Stop being broke, alright?
Have money. I'm the only person here who's not unemployed.
As
Hey, I
this-
used to have a job.
As the morning sun comes up over the hills and the sand dunes, kind of not really hills, but you begin to wake. The sun's just beginning to peer through the window. Did you all take your own rooms, or did you all stay in the same room that you used to, with the sheets hung up as curtains?
That is a very, very good question.
No, that's where I slept, was up in my little corner.
I think you know what, Al. Could we have like?
No.
Can I finish, please? Like stayed up late playing like cards or something. And
Well,
played
yeah,
cards.
absolutely.
Yeah. Also, I scammed you. By the way.
When?
Roll a deception check.
Okay.
Fail. Kill each other.
And what's your passive perception or insight, Al?
Not at 21.
Yeah, not a 21.
Then you were scammed.
Just like fucking few gold pieces. Not much.
One of you roll a
Wait.
d5 or d6. I'm sorry.
I didn't know we were playing for a coin. I thought we were just playing to play.
I don't know. I could
Okay.
just have fucked with you.
Okay.
Say I'm
You
the
get
bad
3
person.
gold.
Oh, I wasn't even gonna give him gold. I was just gonna give him 3 copper.
Three copper's fine.
I don't have any copper to go with.
You can say you found some in the register.
He got 3 gold.
Alright.
Cool.
if you want to give him 3 gold. So, after losing 3 gold, waking a little more tired, the two of you, than Philip and Emilio, you begin to make way to the stable. Anything you would like to do on your way? Or before?
All of us, you mean, made our way to the stable?
Any of you. I'm asking, what are you all up to beforehand?
Oh,
I got my food. I'm swapping into my traveling clothes. And then-
I think I'm basically taken care of. I don't think there's any stores open.
I mean, if worst comes to worst, you take what you want and then you leave some money behind.
I'm loading up on rations from the tavern.
Robbery is only robbery if you intend not to pay.
There is plenty to make rations. There's lots of bits of bread, slices of bread, and some cheese here and there. I mean, besides the big wedge that your friend had taken. Or big wheel.
Mine. My cheese.
Yeah.
I will hunt for more rats to take as extra rations.
I think I just grabbed a few rations, few perishable rations like potatoes and other stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah,
Put it in the bag.
there's some potatoes. Mostly it's the root vegetables that haven't perished. Some of the more perishables are starting to get to that squishy side where they're gonna start going bad by the next day or so. So you kind of lean away from those and go for more root vegetables. Get a potato or a parsnip or 2.
Turn them into some kind of bread, since they're all squishy.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of rye bread and just really hard, rationy kind of bread. Clearly meant for the less expensive dish.
Ask Amelia. Hey, Amelia, how long is the trip to where we're going?
How long is the trip, Luna?
Let me go get up and measure it.
Yeah, I think we forgot to ask that.
Well, I mean, I'm the only person who knows. Like, I have the map.
That way I know how many days rations to pack.
Buddy, I got like 15. We're chilling.
Yeah.
I've got
I
some
robbed
too.
these motherfuckers blind when we got here.
I've got 10. You never have too many.
That's fair. We could just start hiking in the desert and be fine for a couple weeks.
I think how many do I have? I have
It is a 3-week
mostly because I
journey.
threw a lot to you. Amelia?
Yeah, I'm sharing. Yeah, we are sharing.
It is a 3-week journey, but because you are doing carriage, I would say 2.5. But because of the weather pending, the area is in its season for sandstorms.
Oh, lovely. Huh.
I'm gonna grab another 2 weeks of.
So, Kaz, you're thinking
rations
about
worth.
3 weeks, and if weather hits pretty hard, probably a little bit more.
Yeah, I am going to grab a bunch more perishables and have Emilio stuff them in his bag of holding.
Just one. How much? There is a crate of potatoes and a crate of parsnips that you're just taking from.
Emilio,
Okay.
what do you
A
think?
scoop.
I'm just saying. You're just taken from a crate, so it's pretty movable.
That's fair. I mean, worst comes to worst, we throw some salt on them and they'll be fine.
Okay.
I don't know.
You'll estimate that the potatoes will take a couple months, but as well as the parsnips, again, if you take the rooted vegetables. But the fresh stuff, if you do not use it by the end of the week, it'll be considered spoiled.
Using spoil in the bag?
I will take. No, well, yes, because it's like it is a pocket dimension, but I'm
But it's-
assuming time still travels the same.
Yeah, time still travels the same. It's not like a refrigerator bag.
But
Yeah.
there's no air.
No, there is air. There's air for 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, there is air. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not just
Alright.
shoving. I don't want to just shove people into a bag with no oxygen.
What do you mean? That's
Pumps
exactly
that
what
bitch
you wanna
full.
do.
Gets a what do you call those?
Just fill it with ice.
No, one of the things that you use on
The bag things?
forge to pump it up and heat it up.
Bellow?
Bellow, there it is. Just get a bellow and pump it up full of air. It'll be okay.
Yeah, whatever works.
All right. So,
Yeah, I think we got enough. I think we'll be fine.
Yep, I think we're good.
taking the potatoes, taking some parsnips. I'll say you got a
Sure.
crate of potatoes, crate of parsnips, and probably a crate of sweet potatoes.
How much do those weigh? 30 pounds?
Yeah, probably about 20 pounds a piece.
Okay.
I think having fresh foods on a long journey is definitely a nice luxury.
Lots of potatoes.
Do you know how to cook?
Yes.
Because Red's cooking was not very good last time.
It's kind of burned on the outside and raw in the middle. So
That
Well,
was
if you look up there, he can't see very well as I point to Red's mask.
true. It's not like he needs to eat anyway either.
Yeah, you shadow being.
What do you want from me?
I don't know, man.
Take off the mask.
Okay, take it off for me. I lean forward.
Rip it off his face. I'm just gonna stand back and let Al handle this.
Are you taking it off?
No, no.
Yeah.
Phil is. I'm gonna jump up onto your shoulders, and I'm going to just grab onto your mask and just lean back. I'm pushing against your shoulders. I'm leaning back with all my strength.
Roll a strength check.
Okay. I know it's not gonna work, but still. 11.
11. You pull along the edges of the mask. They're cutting into your finger. They're a bit sharp as you begin to take a hold of it. And you position your feet on either shoulder and just start pulling. The force of you pulling, keeping you upright. You straighten your body, look up, and pull as hard as you can. And then all of a sudden, your fingers slip and you cut just the tips of probably 2 of your fingers as you fall to the ground, the mask having not budged.
I have a new goal to try and remove that mask. It's my new personal objective.
Concerned, I quickly turn to her. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. But now I have a goal.
I hold on. Do I have? I take out some cloth or something and wrap her finger with it.
I mean, I can just heal.
You can heal, can't you?
I'm a wizard, obviously.
Magic.
Did you actually take damage?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's for Luna to decide.
Yeah.
took
if
2
not,
points of slicing damage.
okay. Be
Little
healed for
paper
11.
Jesus.
Sweet. I have
Your
extra.
wounds are now healed.
Do I get
A
finger
simple
cancer
kiss
now?
would have done well, but that's okay. Okay.
I have magic. It's okay. I'm not gonna use it for a while.
I look over at Red and I feel a little bit more not sorry for him, but I just kind of concerned about the fact that he can't take his mask off.
So something as well. You feel it after being healed overzealously, extra energized, like
Oh, God.
ADHD. You've had way too much sugar bouncing off the fucking walls. Energized. You are ready to go.
I am zooming everywhere. I'm making sure everything's packed up, and I'm just hopping up and down in one space.
Well, are we ready to head out then?
I think so. Let's go have some fun.
Yes.
Come on, Philip.
All
I
right.
run ahead of you, but then I don't know where I'm going, and then I come back.
I hold out my hand.
I offer the bag.
Doesn't you want me to try and get into
Dex!
the bag? Is that what you said?
No, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
All right. So, stepping out the back door into the alleyway. It's beginning to become sunlight. The two suns high above. Well, not quite yet. But just beginning to come into view over the mountain, over the hillside.
It's a nice day. It looks like the weather will hold.
Why would you say that?
Man, it surely is too quiet.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
no. That's on me.
I'll start rolling encounter dice.
Okay.
So I'd like to try and rip Red's head off his shoulders.
Yeah, no, I will allow that. Gosh.
The sky itself looks pretty clear. Not too many clouds in the sky. Just more wisps in the air. There's not very much going around people-wise. You can see a couple people walking together. Not so much alone. There's not very many people walking alone. See maybe 1 or 2, 3 even groups of 2 or 3 people walking. And they look like they could be servants or people just getting on with the daily deeds or just enjoying the morning. And you make your ways to the stable.
Oh yeah, if you start to leave. Does
Oh.
anyone have any ideas to make this 2-week-long journey bearable? Because it's going to be dull as shit.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
I got games and a couple books. So worst comes to worst, I'm
I
gonna
have
be
a
busy.
lot of books. I have a lot
some
of
cards, I guess. You want to play again now?
Uh,
I look over to him.
I'm in danger.
Not with you.
Give into your hate. Give into your hate. Kill him, kill him, kill him.
Sorry, I'm pulling up something a little bit quickly, but it's taking a little longer than I hoped.
Okay.
There we go.
I think we'll be fine on the trip.
I mean, hell, at the very least, maybe we could get to know each other a bit better.
Talking with you voluntarily.
Ah.
Good try, demon. You'll never catch me.
No.
Just a walk away, as I understand that that joke did not hit. He's gonna pull and walk away. Start loading my stuff up on the carriage.
Is Phil still jumping around?
Oh yes, very much so. I'm holding onto your hand, but I'm hopping up and down places, and occasionally I'll like climb up onto your arm and then back down, and then back up onto your arm on the other side and back down. Because I'm just so hyped.
Hey, Phil.
Hmm.
You want a piggyback ride?
What's a piggyback ride?
It is this. I get behind her, lift her above my head and onto my shoulders, facing forward.
I'm so tall! I've never been this tall before!
Oh, goodness.
Surprised your little stick arms can carry her, Red.
Laugh all you want. Yeah.
You see guards passing by, kind of eyeing you and looking up at Philip and rolling their eyes and sighing.
Because I'm on top of him and I'm so hyped, I'm like, I'm taller than you, and I'm taller than you, and I'm taller than you, and hi, and I'm taller than you, and that's a nice hat.
Yeah, so we're just continuing on towards the table.
Decide if I want to keep her or ditch her on the side of the road the first given opportunity.
Okay.
What are you saying that?
Yes.
You're saying that to me?
It's a general statement.
That you're wanting to ditch her.
It's an opportunity.
We're not ditching the goblin.
We'll see.
Look, I'd rather keep the fire spewing thing on our side.
True.
You have a good
I
point.
don't know how I could forget about that. It just happened to us.
It's okay. I don't blame you.
Yeah. And apparently it can also be like ice and other shit.
Oh boy, the Avatar is here.
Which, by the way, I need to take my allergy pills. Hold on, real quick.
Like real life or actually?
In the game,
Okay.
This is pository.
because right?
Uh,
No, because
Shut up, ass.
if I sneeze, I don't know what's gonna happen to you, Red, since your head's in my way.
Let's avoid that.
Rip.
yeah, I take your allergy pills.
So, getting to the stables, you see a carriage, a little bit different of a carriage than what you, Al, and Red would have normally seen. The wheels look a little bit more rigid and grounded. They have spikes on them as well, clearly to avoid sinking into the sand or the terrain ahead. But it seems to have a more narrow structure, the carriage does as well. It looks like it'll fit all of you, just tightly so, as you sit on the cargo.
I mean, I didn't pay for first class.
What kind of cargo are we sitting on?
It just looks like a bunch of sealed crates. No sacks at all.
Explosives.
No, it's not-
It has been arranged to kind of mimic chairs, so it's in a U shape. So it can seat you guys, you just have to be knee to knee pretty much.
Okay.
Is it a covered carriage?
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
Is it a covered carriage?
It does have the supports to become a covered, but it is currently not covered.
I see.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the bed sheets we stole earlier, and I'd
Yes.
like to hang them up.
I'll help you with that.
There we go. Now it's a
Wait, you
I
took
know.
the bed sheets from where they were already hanging before you left.
Uh-huh.
And put them in your
I
bag?
stole Theo's bed sheets when I was getting the box.
Oh, okay.
Because I was
Bed sheets.
disappointed that I didn't find anything, so I was making sure that motherfucker
That
never
is
slept
right.
comfortably.
That is right.
I look around for the what would you call it?
Tarp.
Whoever's going to be taking care of our
Oh, I see what you're looking
Fair
for.
A stagecoach hand or
The person
Driver?
driving.
somebody's in charge.
There is somebody around, like, battening down the hatches. They're getting the horses ready. There are 2 horses. Ooh. 2 camels that are pulling this cart.
Okay.
By the way, I want to make the note: Emilio stole Theo's. I stole my canvas
Good
sheets.
to know.
God, we
Party kleptomaniacs.
no, they'd have a purpose. I'm an
Oh,
I'm an engineer.
I mean, yeah, fair point. But yeah, I'm just whoever's taking care of the carriage and stuff. I'd like to talk to.
You find the same brown, ginger-haired stagehand that you had spoken to the day before, battening down hatches and securing things and making sure the camels are ready and that they have enough food, water, things like that.
Hello there.
Oh, welcome back.
still on top of Red at this point in time.
He
is that
is.
correct?
He is. Yeah.
I wave down. I'm like, hi.
Ready to go?
Yeah. Are we heading out soon?
Very soon, very soon. Yes.
All right. Awesome.
One of you will ride up front with me, and the rest can ride in back.
As soon as he says that, I hop off of Red's shoulder and I'm sitting in front.
Oh, jeez. Well, that was quick. I sure hope you brought a fan or some kind of hat.
I pull
Puts
my
on a hat
head
of
up
his
over.
own.
I pull the hood up over my face, the one where I had the uneven eye holes cut, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm ready.
All right, let's get the cover on, and then we can make way.
Actually, speaking of that, I think they have that taken care of, and I point over to Al and Emilio.
The guy driving. Did I give you a name last time?
Nope.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
Henry.
As you walk away, I'm Howard.
Oh, yeah. Pleasure. Name's Red.
Suppose we
I-
should introduce ourselves. It's gonna be a couple of weeks.
I'm Red. The jittery goblin girl. That's Philip.
Howdy, howdy.
The one with the big one over there, that's Al, and the one with the wings is Amelia.
Right. Nice to meet you. All right. Well, then you walk away. I'm guessing. At that point, because he was
well, yeah.
introducing.
Okay, I was getting my place ready on the carriage, I guess.
Okay. He calls over a stable hand to help get the cover. It's a very canvas and very thick hide. It's a mixture of the two. It's canvas on the inside, hide on the outside, no doubt to resist just the pressing winds and sandstorms that would hit the side.
So our bed sheets won't be enough?
What
But
a get!
takes them about 20 or so minutes to actually batten down it and get it secured safely and very well to wagon. Jesus. Unfortunately, I mean, the back side is open, but it can close. However, it's starting to get a little warm in there.
Oh, lovely. We didn't happen to grab any ice on our way out, did we?
One of the
desert.
stable's hands scoffs as he finishes tying down, hearing that.
Wait, DM, can we prestidigitate like an ice pack?
I can
don't
just
think
make
that's
water.
I mean, yeah, I don't think.
No, that's out of prestidigitation's abilities, I would think, because you would only be able
That's why I
to
wanted
make.
to check. Yeah.
You can either make a
instantaneous, harmless
sensation.
sensory effect. such
Yeah.
as
You
sparks,
can
puffs,
chill non-living. You can chill a non-living material
Yeah,
for an
Oh
hour.
yeah, okay.
but you
Prestidigitation
can't
can-
create the object and chill it.
Yeah. No,
Right.
I mean, just
okay.
your seat is now just icy cold.
There are things.
Chill
you
your
can do.
hand and just place it on the back of your neck.
That works.
Is my hand non-living material?
You can chill your cloak.
Chill your glove.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyways, Philip, you are sitting next to Howard at the front of the carriage with the camels, which make very low moaning noises as they begin to move. And they trot along rather well, going just a little faster than a walking pace.
Oh, sorry. That rest that we had, that was a long rest, right?
That was a long rest, yes.
Okay. Good.
And
So, go ahead.
oh,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I was gonna say that I will pull a book out of my sleeve, and I'll turn to Amelia and be like, "Why can only the bravest bards play the harp?"
Why is that, Amelia?
It takes-
Because they have more fingers than I do.
It
That
takes
shit
a
is.
lot
That
of
shit is.
pluck.
I'm gonna go on like a near maniacal rant about why the harp is not only a bad instrument, but also just it is unliked. It is only for terrible people.
I'm gonna stare at you wide-eyed and just kind of look at you and be like, "It takes a lot of pluck."
I'm gonna cut the strings.
Seriously.
You've lost heart privileges.
You lost our privileges.
Red, why did the rogue always pickpocket bards?
I don't know. Why?
They have the best loot. And
Very
I just do that the
Is
entire time.
suicide an option?
good. Yeah, he's found it.
Fill it. Over time, your throat becomes sore and tender. As you continue on with these jokes throughout the entire journey, it's not even midday, and you can feel the parchness of the heat reeking your mouth and throat, leaving it dry and almost cracking. It's quite painful to talk now.
Noticing this, I'll say, "Hey, Phil, maybe you should, rest for a bit.
I'm fine.
You really are not. At the very least, like, have a drink of water or something."
I'll reach in, grab like a water skin, and take a quick swig, and just be like, "I'll be fine."
The water, although very refreshing as you are currently sweating profusely, doesn't really hydrate your dryness in the mouth. It seems to almost evaporate the moment it hits your tongue.
I'm gonna climb in the back real quick.
Yeah, you know what? Here. I should comment it back. I use prestidigitation on like the clothes and something. Cooling her down a bit.
I'm gonna assume by this time the jitteriness has ended. I have just it's like a sugar rush that's just over. And be like, feel better now, and I just like collapse and pass out for a little bit.
The soft snores and hums of a gnome fills your ears for the rest of the journey, as well as just the distant wind and the clop of the camel's heels onto stone that has been loosely placed on the sand that's very packed. This has been traveled a lot, this pathway, and you're heading up rather northeast at the moment.
In replacement for Phil, I will hop up top with Howard.
Okay. He's wearing a farmer's hat, by the way, and not like a cowboy hat, but like it's very rounded and very round all around, made out of dried grass and reeds.
Oh, about that, by the way.
But he doesn't seem to be wearing too much heavy clothing. Seems to be sweating through his clothing currently, and you can see on the current, after about a couple hours of travel, on the, we try to figure out, okay, it should be on his left side of his face. You can see just the faint beginnings of a sunburn, and the crisping of dried skin on his nose and lips.
Sorry about that, by the way. He's hyperactive.
It's okay. Always nice to have a little difference on the travel.
May change you soon, as we near the end of our journey.
We'll see. I'm just hoping we don't hit any storms.
Is it looking like that might be the case?
No, not at the moment. We seem to be still clear going on ahead. But, never can tell what the next day will provide, and day after that, and day after that.
Fair enough.
Alright. Somebody please roll me percentile dice.
Who wants
that.
to
I got
make
it.
a deal with
I
the
got
devil?
it. I like the devil. Me and him get along great.
In the back, while we're
75.
traveling along,
75.
Al's gonna start removing layers. So I don't have my thick stuff on, but I had some thinner stuff on, and I'm like, it's just getting sweltering, so I'm down to the loincloth.
Oh,
I've still got
gosh.
stuff covering, but very heavily removed.
I can just make it start raining. It's okay.
In a desert?
Create water.
You forget he's literally a magician.
No, it's a cleric. And
Okay.
bards.
All
Anyway,
right.
75 percentile.
75. Roll me a d10.
Will do. Boop. 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 10. No. 7.
That would have been so fun. Why didn't you keep it at 10? All right.
You can if you want to.
Please? I
support you, Luna.
Well, you rolled
I
a 7, so
Damn.
you get a 7.
You want us to die, Amelia?
Now roll a
No.
1d4, please.
Okay. Red, you can roll a d4.
Oh, leaving up the final shit to me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I need someone to
How many of
blame.
these things are we
Oh, yeah, you
fighting?
need someone to blame. That's a 4.
Fuck.
I love you very much. Thank you.
God
I
damn it, Amelia!
How is this my fault? You rolled the
I-
dice.
I
This
just
is
love
me.
me. just love messing with you guys, okay? Like,
Yeah,
it could
like,
just
we'll
be
just assume
nothing.
anything's gonna happen,
It could
yeah.
be nothing.
We're
You never
fine.
know. It's fine.
Heroes never die.
Yeah, you guys are great. You'll be okay.
Don't.
All right.
Yeah.
As the next hour goes by, I mean, you don't know that you're heading to any settlements, but you do know that from the map that Oz had, that you can see a couple of houses on the way, which could just mean a couple of people living in the hills, or even a couple little small communities. But you are getting higher in elevation at the moment, going up and down dunes, but just gradually going higher. But it doesn't take very long for you to encounter people. You weren't expecting to encounter people. Not quite so soon. They're running,
Oh,
fleeing.
yay.
Go ahead and roll perception check there, Red.
Okay. Perception. Where are you at? There it is. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. These people are about 100, 200 feet off. But you can see what they're running from, almost. It looks like a billowing cloud of sand being thrown up into the air from the ground, from beneath the ground. Can't make out precisely what shape. It's round and larger than 2-3 humans in width, probably.
Sorry, you said something was like coming up and out of
Behind the 3 travelers that are running, fleeing from this large cloud of sand that just seems to be thrown up from the ground itself, like something burrowing is throwing it up as it comes to the surface, or as it is traveling along the surface.
Yeah, I was concerned. That's what you said.
Mhm.
Fuck. That's God damn it, Ger.
Thank you for the floor.
I turned to Howard. What the hell is that?
What? I mean, I see them fleeing. I mean, hang on. Oh,
Ow,
shit.
Emilio. Eyes
Okay, all around. Okay, we're going back. Okay, and he starts pulling on the camels, and they're starting to make noises as they stop moving, and he's turning slowly, very, very slowly. The camels are not really responding as quick as one would hope. They did stop, but they're just not turning as fast, as they seem a little confused.
I jolt awake because I'm assuming we stopped very suddenly, and I'm like, are we around the mountain yet?
No, we're not. We're not.
I'm out of the covered wagon looking around. The fuck is going on? What's going on?
I don't know. Look over there.
There is a hole in the tarp for you to peek your head out at the front driver's area, as well as a hole in the back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I jumped out the back and I was
Okay.
going up front.
In your loincloth?
Go ahead
I
and
just
roll a
want you to specify.
perception as you look towards the running travelers ahead.
12.
You see a lot of sand behind them. It looks like it could be a traveling storm, but you've never heard of a traveling storm of a small size. That doesn't make sense.
We'll kick up into the air to try and get a better view on it.
Ooh. As you come up into the air, how far up do you go?
Up like 20 feet.
20 feet?
Yeah.
Going 20 feet up, you can start to see a little bit more shape coming out from the sand and peeking through dark scales in the very rear. And when I say rear, I mean from the front to the back. It is approximately 50 feet.
What the fuck are these things?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Luna, am I aware of what these are?
That is a very good question.
Oh yeah, you know. You know. Let me get you a message. Ooh. That's not what I want.
I fucking hate the desert. It's too hot. And these stupid things are here.
But
Interesting.
it takes relatively 5 or so minutes for not 5 or so minutes, well, 2, maybe a minute and a half to get the camels to finally turn around. And by that point, Al, you have gone up into the sky and have seen what you have seen. And Howard is not messing around. He is moving, and without you.
That's fun. Jump back down, try and follow, and if I can, get back onto the wagon.
Roll in acrobatics for shits and giggles.
Okay. Acrobatics.
Mhm.
Oh boy, an 8.
Yeah, it's not your specialty, my friend.
An 8.
These dice hate me today.
Apparently.
So your original plan, when you're going into this, is that you're gonna fly down. You're gonna land and grab a hold of the back of the wagon, so that you can crawl inside.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yeah, you totally missed the ledge to put your feet on, and you just fall flat down as soon as the boots disengage.
Do I hear
You're
this
hanging
behind us?
on, by the way, to the top of the wagon.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought
Your feet are just kind of being dragged, as he is now moving at a hastened pace.
Wait, so my feet are still in the wagon, but they're being dragged
Oh,
along
no,
the
no, no.
ground?
Your hands are holding onto the wagon.
Oh, even better.
Mm-hmm.
Do I hear this commotion behind us?
Nope. You're too focused on, what's going on in the present.
I just had the mental image because my boots, I didn't change them out, and they're fur lined. So I'm not wearing my boots, and my toes are dragging across the sand.
Oh,
But then how did you make it into the air?
that was a very good question.
It's fair. I do have my boots. My mind. My bad.
Yeah, you got your
Okay,
boots
maybe.
on.
His
That's right, my
loincloth and his boots.
This is a question about whether you would lose your boots. Would you lose your boots if they were being dragged?
I would rather fall off the cart than lose my boots.
Okay, well, roll a strength check to see if you can pull yourself in before that happens.
Also, isn't
Can I
he
help?
still technically flying? So he can just like
No,
lift himself
he
up.
dropped his boots as soon as he thought he was secure on the ledge.
Okay.
Can I just not re-engage them?
I mean, you
There's
can
no-
re-engage him if you want and try again.
Yeah, I'll do that. And since my hands are already on the ledge, I will not disengage the boots till I'm in the cart.
Okay. You kind of just float inward, not like, whoopsie. And sit down. Your toes feel a little bruised just from the gentle drop and a little bit of a drag, but not too much. You caught yourself a little after. But the carriage itself is not a comfortable ride, as everything is moving around you. It is a rickety ride.
Howard, does this thing go any fucking faster?
Talk to the camels. I'm making them go as fast as I can.
Is there anything we can do? Or do we just have to sit here?
We just gotta run until it gets bored. Or it eats the people before it eats us. Or we can fight it, but I haven't heard of many who fought them successfully. Not around here, anyways. Yeah.
Lovely.
How many people are running in front of us?
Behind you now. There's 3 people, but they are far behind as of now.
Let's see.
So there were 3 people. How far away are they?
At this point, they would probably be about 100 feet away.
I turn back to Emilio.
And, gaining.
Can I hit one of them with magic missile?
What is the range on magic missile?
120 feet.
And it just hits.
Yeah, that would just
Yep.
barely hit if that's.
Hits him with 3.
You don't have to roll. You only roll for damage, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
you
just
only roll
hits.
for damage. It just hits.
So 5.
Well, you killed somebody.
There's 3.
You get 3 bolts.
Yeah.
Good.
You hit one of them, and you watch them tumble to the ground, and kind of turn over, and you can hear no, very distantly, no, and you can see just him engulfed by the sand. Nothing else.
Are they gonna go away now?
Nope, it's still barreling down towards you.
Fuck. I turn to Emilio. Emilio, do you know anything about this fucking what the hell this is?
About as much as you do. It's a big sandworm. We keep running, for the time being, at least.
It doesn't detect movement or anything like that. We just have to run.
I know it's a sandworm.
As far as you know, Emilio, it can feel vibration of movement, yes, but if you get far enough away, it wouldn't feel it.
Does me knocking that person down, does that slow the worm down a little bit since they have to consume it?
You have no idea if it consumed it or if it just pretty much hit its back and fell backward.
It
was just consumed by the sand cloud
Gotcha.
when they fell. So
Al, you wanna go grab the people that are still breathing with your flying boots, and then I'll go make sure that the animals can go faster.
What do you mean grab them?
Well, you fly over there, you pick them up, and then you carry them to the carriage.
the carriage is currently moving. Let me look up the speed of a carriage and camels, because freaking.
I can move
So, like-
35 feet a turn. Just regular movement is 35 feet.
Because I mean, I can make the animals go faster. If you want to try to just pick them up so that, they don't, like, unnecessarily die.
Just need to
I think
do a
they might have to
calculation.
necessarily die. We'll see.
Okay. They are moving 65 feet an hour, round.
Okay.
At a sprint.
The camels
And
are
we're moving what?
And, well, they are moving probably about, at a sprint, probably anywhere from 50 to 60, depending upon species, race. But they look about medium sized, so probably about 55 miles. I keep wanting to say miles. Feet per second. Not feet per second. Fucking Christ! Feet per round. Okay, I promise I'm an experienced DM.
So the camels are moving 65. The people behind us are moving about 60, 55.
55, yeah. They're not like you guys and exercise all the time.
I can do that. Help me tie these ropes together. While I tie them around me, and you can help me drag. You can help drag me back in. If you really want to save these people, Emilio.
They are still about 100 feet away. Do you have 100 feet of rope?
I've got 50.
I have
50.
200.
Cool. So then just tie me with.
Just keep tying them together.
Yep. No, just tie me with Emilio's 200.
I do want you guys to kind of realize that if you bring those guys over here, we're going to be the only target for that worm.
Yeah, we'll just outrun him.
Are we outrunning the worm?
You are not currently you are currently outrunning it. However, it is speeding up.
That's fine.
It's outrunning the humans, and they'll probably be gone in the next couple of rounds. Because it looks
Not a
like a
character
very
I could-
close call.
Wait, is
I could
Cat's
always hit them with
Grace
magic
not
missile again.
increase speed? That's disappointing.
Do I don't. Huh. Are we getting the people?
Are we?
It's up to you.
It's to me?
It's up to whoever's involved.
Yeah, I've given my opinion.
I don't think we should. We're just gonna get weighed down.
I agree with that.
As ruthless as it is, leave them. The worm will go after them.
Can I hit a second person with magic missile then?
Okay, roll for damage. Okay, you get 3 projectiles, remember?
Yeah, so then I'll do 2 at 1, like whoever's closest, and the 1 is the farthest.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for
Yes.
damage.
That's 5.
5 for all of them, or...
Yeah, I believe it's for all of them.
Okay.
Each
Good
dart
check
is
here.
1d4 plus 1.
Yep, so it's 5 for each of them. So
5
10
for
to
each
one
of
and 5 to the other.
Okay. So, you watch one just pretty much fall immediately unconscious. Clearly the one that you had struck with 2. The other one was struck and like the first that you had struck, falls injured and yells out, crying out for help. And you watch as this mass of sand begins to dissipate into and divide around an object that rises out of the sand. A large worm with a mouth that's circular of teeth and fangs, with rows and rows of these teeth and fangs. It comes up out of the earth, crawling to a miraculous height as you're running away, before diving down into the sand, assumably onto its prey, disappearing.
That happens, I'm yelling, I'm sorry.
Immediately, Well, no, immediately. Never mind. I was like, I don't think you would stop the carriage. I think you'd keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause, I
we
mean,
keep going.
If it senses off movement, is what I was trying to think. Would he stop to try and fool it? But I feel like the camels would fuck that up shortly. Because the camels wouldn't be as aware. So, on move to movement. Is this still after us, guys? Howard calls out.
I take a look behind us.
It's looking clear. There's no plume of sand.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. Or it doesn't seem like we're being chased. Slow down a bit, but Al, can you...
Yep. I'll jump out and fly up 30 feet in the air, see if I can see anything.
Roll a perception check.
Almost want to get physical dice for this, because these dice have been fucking me.
This is why I told you physical dice are totally allowed, you know.
Yep, I'm gonna go get some physical dice, because that was a 7.
Right.
Oops, sorry.
I'll be right back.
Okay. What did he roll?
Said 7.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, hang on, I gotta let out the dog. Perfect time for a small break. Okay. Are you back, Al?
He's doing a bathroom break real quick.
Okay, we can do a bathroom break. That sounds absolutely fine. Oof. Probably do a break here at 4:40, maybe 4:50.
I mean, why don't we
Like
just
to
do
return,
one
or-
now?
We could do it
Could
now.
just do
Yeah.
Could do it now. I guess it's a good enough time as any.
Yeah, I was probably just gonna let him re-roll his dice anyways.
He's returning back. It'll be just a second.
It's fine. We don't need too much of a break unless you guys want a break.
I mean, just the restroom and that's it.
Okay, go to the restroom.
Okay, I will.
I'll keep Chad entertained. Hi, Poppers. What are you looking at me so depressed for?
Is that Pepsi?
It's Tifa. Come here, Tifa.
Tifa. Oh my goodness.
Come here, baby. Come here. No, 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 no. I said here. Here. Come here. Yes. Come here. It's okay. We're gonna show you the chat. There you go. Alright, here we go.
Philid is kind of is kind of upset about having to hit the people, but at the same time she's like, she's very conflicted right now.
Alright, I'm back.
Nice. Red is also doing a bathroom trip.
Cool.
And you can re-roll that, by the way, with the real dice. Because you mentioned it before. Hi. And you are getting a higher perspective, so you get a little bit more an advantage anyways.
Okay, back.
Emilio, are you present as well?
Much better.
I am.
Okay.
So.
Are we
that
all
would
ready
be-
to reconvene?
Mm-hmm.
So that new roll is a 19.
Nice!
Nice.
Yeah, as far as the eye can see, you don't see any... Besides the trail, the long, tearing trail that the worm had made in the sand, you don't see any sign of it being present on the surface.
Okay. Looks clear for now, but we might want to keep moving.
Yeah, I think we should definitely keep moving.
Alright. So, Howard is going to keep moving backward. He informs you that there's another way that you can go to kind of counteract this trail, because it seems like maybe it's a worm's hunting territory for now. Well, we'll just go more northward first. It's not too far. I mean, it just takes us back an hour or two. Yeah, it's okay.
As long as there's no more
Sure.
fucking giant worms, I think I'm alright with that.
The northward path is more traversed and routinely gone through, so we're gonna hope that we're better off. But it's never a guarantee in these parts. Very dangerous lands here in Isgrod.
Yeah, feels like a common occurrence recently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, giant town taken over by robots.
Oh, that like happens once every week. Yeah, it's something happens. Some person's invention goes crazy, puts the town on lockdown, and it's pretty normal for Alpine.
I just ever think to,
This last one was a little bigger, of course. Like, nothing this big has happened, but it definitely happens.
you guys ever think maybe you should, not build dangerous death robots?
Oh, it's not usually death robots, but we're in the mind of creativity is everything. Can't limit the mind. But at the same time, we also have our guidance, our elders to teach us and tell us that something has gone too far. We do have a guideline system.
Well, your elders are stupid.
If this does happen frequently, I do have to agree with her.
I suppose.
Either
Most of
way.
the time, no one gets hurt.
And then the other time you have a town massacre. But yeah.
It happens.
That's not something you should be. Never mind. Let's just continue onward.
How long have you been?
He doesn't have feelings. It's okay.
He's not human.
Shrug.
He's okay.
He simply doesn't have feelings. It's okay.
Shrug.
He revels in the looting.
In the chaos.
Creates business. It's okay. It's an
Rolling
adventure
again?
town.
For death?
So, take some time to go back and backtrack the way that you came from. But after probably another 10 minutes of moving at a faster pace, Howard slows down and takes a moment to let the camels rest and water as well. And then you move on again onto the track until finally you come back to a crossroads that had a little bit of a thicker pathway on it that you were traversing. That you could have traversed but didn't traverse on... Jesus, I can't English today. You go onto the bigger path that you had passed previously.
When you
And-
say bigger path, do you mean like its width?
Yeah, I just mean it's wider and it looks more traversed than the one that you were already on. The one that you were
Gotcha.
already on was like probably 2 to 3, barely enough a size for a carriage. But this pathway is definitely meant for carriages.
Back to question why we were going that way, but
It was
Right.
to cut off time.
well, yeah. Nah,
Sometimes
yeah.
it works, sometimes it doesn't. But going along the main road, you head more northward. And for the next couple of hours, nothing seems to be awry. You pass actually more houses than you did on the other path. A little bit more civilization. A small cluster here and a small cluster there. And they just seem to be farming and or resource gathering. There's not too much going on, but after a while, kinda the housing dies out as it gets more barren. Less greenery and ability to make something out of the desert. Go ahead and roll a percentile dice, somebody other than Emilio.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't- Although, considering your fucking dice rolls,
I'm
I'll
not
roll it
using
again.
the online dice. I'm
I'll roll a
using my real
94
dice.
this time. I swear to God.
don't think higher numbers are good.
What did you roll out?
17.
Nice.
On a percentile?
So,
Yeah, percentile on a D10.
the rest of your day's journey goes on without any issues. And in this current season, the sun doesn't go down for a while. However, you have traveled 8 hours at this point. And Howard is finding a place to roost and kind of just sit it out for the rest of the night and the evening. The sun will probably go down in a couple hours.
Philip has pulled out multiple books throughout this journey, and one of them is just a useless book that she's tearing the pages out of and making origami with.
By 24,000 healthcare professionals caring for 17 million patients, a world of care is in store.
Earn your degree faster.
She hands Emilio a crane, she hands Al a cat, and she hands Red a fox.
Risk-free trial. Apply now.
Thank you very much, Phil.
It will
You're
go in my
welcome.
satchel.
These are surprisingly well made. You
Roll
spend
performance
time
check, actually, on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how well are they made?
Never
They're
mind, this is a total
fantastic.
piece of shit.
Fuck off.
Says these are actually really well made, and turns out they're actually pieces of shit.
17,
Oh.
kiss my ass.
Nice. Yeah, they're well made for being made out of what material they are. The edges are really crisp. Some of the folds are a little uneven, but that's origami, man. It's pretty well made.
Well, and if you look... Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
So, guess going back to what I was saying, these are surprisingly well made.
Well, and, if you look, if you unfold it, if you look carefully, this is out of character. You'll notice that some of them have smutty words, and
Mm.
maybe one or two of them has a smutty picture.
Mm.
Mine has
Why
a diagram of how
does-
to fight sandworms. All right.
Yeah, like I said, it's one of the useless books I pulled out, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this, so I'm just gonna tear the pages out.
Thank you very much. This is lovely. So we've stopped, right?
Mm-hmm. Howard is securing the wagon and battening down the camels in a different location. Kind of just getting them some water from a jug that he pulled out from back, as well as a little bit of material for starting a fire. A couple larger logs. But it looks like you'll probably need to go out and get some bramble eventually. But other than that, he's just working on getting basically a camp set up and ready.
Okay. So, do you guys? How are we going to divide first watch, second watch? You know.
That's completely up to you. Oh, you weren't
I'll take
asking
first.
me.
I was saying that.
Yeah,
incorrectly.
yep, I totally realized.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second then.
I can take third.
I guess I'll take first watch with you, Amelia.
I guess.
Well, I assumed we were doubling up, unless you're not wanting to.
You're more than welcome to.
Okay. And I guess for now, I'm gonna go grab some firewood, do a bit of light scouting around the area, make sure we're not sitting on any sandworm nests.
Turns out you're sitting on a real pile of sandwich shit.
I'm gonna
Sounds
walk
too soft.
like 30, 40 feet outside of camp, and then I'm gonna cast Create Water. and I'm just gonna make it start raining.
Okay. How big of a radius is it?
20 feet.
Okay.
So that no one is going to be like getting doused with rain. And
No,
hopefully
yeah.
it's not gonna like spread.
Okay. That makes sense.
I imagine since it's nighttime, it's probably quite cold.
Yeah, it's a desert.
It's not quite
Yeah.
yet nighttime. The suns are just beginning to start going down. The land is beginning to get that sunsetty hue as the sky is orange and very bright. The clouds that were once wisping above begin to accumulate. You all watch in one area as they begin to swirl and spiral into a huge cluster of clouds, centering above Emilio. And small electricity lights, electrical occurrences in the clouds begin to reveal themselves with light flashing in the clouds above. The clouds themselves are very gray and seem to look heavy with water. A couple flashes later, you can start to see raindrops begin to fall. Emilio below, with a watering of some kind of gather water, holding that high above, just letting the rain fall.
While that's happening, I kind of walk over to Al, and I just kind of look at him and be like, "Is the surface world normally this chaotic?"
I just hear distant laughter.
I see it.
That's all I hear. I'm not sure why.
Yes.
I feel like inside
Yes, it
joke.
is.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's a dwarf.
That's why I asked him. It's like that. This is like, is the surface world always this chaotic?
From what I've seen, yes. Although the subsurface is no different.
Well, where we were at, we only had to worry about sinkholes and the random owlbear that made it into the cave. But you know, I'd rather deal with that than whatever the hell that thing was chasing us.
I think the best way to put it is it depends on where you are.
Well, can we go someplace where it's not like this?
Yep, that's exactly why we're heading to a city.
I've been to a couple of cities and they've not been much better. Do they have
Yeah.
underground cities that are better?
There was a place a couple weeks travel from where my home is that, from a visitor's perspective, was actually really nice. It was sort of like a pilgrimage spot, and that it was underground. It was a nice place.
Maybe I'll have to go there someday.
They never get off this rock, yeah.
This rock is a lot nicer than you think.
I'm sure. We just happen to be in the ass end of it right now.
Kind of do, yeah.
You're kind of in a part of the heart, I suppose.
I've met
Part
a
of the
much nicer
brain.
rock. I've met a much nicer rock. I used to sleep on one covered in moss. That was a nice rock.
Does sound like a nice rock, to be fair. A lot nicer than these ones out here. Howard kind of just begins to lay out a bedroll, just against the hillside, a small little bump of, like, hillacious sand. And just kind of just rests into it, almost like it's a couch.
I'm gonna spread my bed sheets in the back of the wagon. Obviously, it's going to be on things in there, but just try and cushion the boxes and stuff, and try and find a spot to rest.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of places to rest.
Okay.
You can just even lay on where you were sitting. Approximately 3 people could probably make it work. One person
Okay.
on the floor of the wagon, the other 2 people on the crates.
Yeah, I was gonna spread the bed sheets out so that way other people had spots to sleep too. Some
Okay.
padding.
Okay. Bedding assorted.
Yeah, I'll kind of make a spot in there too.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a small nook for you. No worries. Alright. Bedding assorted. Who is taking first watch?
You boy
I'm
and red.
yeah, me too. I'm
Alright.
also getting firewood wood and scouting the area a bit.
That's right, that's right. Go ahead and just roll a perception check just to see what you notice.
I'm also having Luna help me out a bit.
Okay.
Perception. Just to make sure that doesn't affect my roll at all, right?
No, I'm just having Luna tell you where brush is so you can get some wood.
Cool. Perception. Yeah, not great. 13.
Team. Luna flies above. Just guides you to small brushes that are few and almost far between. It does take a little bit of walking. You've been walking around for about 20 or so minutes gathering wood this way. But what you've noticed about the area is that yes, it's sandy, but some areas are have a little bit more of a soil mixed in here and there, and that's how come some brush has somehow grown. However, it does seem to be more of a drier brush, even though it
I mean, that's the best kind of brush.
this is true. Even
It's
though
supposed to
it
wash
still
the-
is growing. But you gather this wood. But there's otherwise not much plantation-wise or much to as far as the eye can see. It's just sand and dune,
Alright,
some
I
rocks
guess.
here and there.
So I'll head back. Thanks for the help a little bit.
Luna meows and in her way says, "You're welcome."
I'm making my way back.
It takes a little bit of time to get back, but not as long as it had taken you to scavenge. And when you get back, you see that Al has made himself comfortable in the wagon and made a couple of extra comfortable spots as well. I believe Philip is also in there as well. And you can see Howard is kind of starting to set up a little fireplace, fire pit area from where he sits at his little bedroll that he's splayed up a small hillside. And you can see Emilio beginning to walk back from getting water from above. How long does the storm last?
Let me check.
I think you said the effects last like 3 hours long?
That's
Or
I wasn't creating it through my like innate abilities.
I see.
That one was just my cleric spells. It will last. $2 hours.
2 hours. Alright. The distant sound of a thunderstorm kind of runs through the area as well. It's quite relaxing. Alright. Emilio, what all did you use to collect water?
I was just filling up my water skin.
Okay, just your water skin. Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, that doesn't take too long.
Did you question, Emilio, did you tell us you were doing what you were doing?
No, we talked about shifts, and then I kind of just walked over and did some crazy hand motions, and then the water came from the sky.
Okay.
Did a little dance.
I don't know. I helped set up the fucking fire, I guess.
Okay.
And then I also, I guess we start on dinner, I presume.
Alright. After cooking and spending some time, just kind of around the fire, the suns begin to go down and it becomes your only light, besides the moon high above. It is a clear night besides the storm that storms on right next to you in a small cluster. But it begins to dissipate after a while. And the clouds resume their small wispy spaces, covering some stars, but otherwise the sky is very clear tonight.
I'll point at the clouds and be like, look, that looks like a which is Goblin for like a duck, but I don't know how to say duck in common.
I'm not familiar with that word.
The yellow quacky things. They taste good.
It's a glug.
That tastes good.
Yeah, it's a glug.
That's dwarvish for his glug.
It's just Dorish gibberish.
It's glug.
Oh, yours is guggle. Ours is.
I think the common word for it is a duck? Could
It's
be
a duck.
goose.
Yeah, it's a duck.
Duck? That sounds like a really dirty word. Why would you make it a duck?
Hey, don't ask me. I didn't create the word.
How do you say it in pointy ears?
I think it's Kiyoshon.
That's a lot longer.
The elves are very long-winded.
They live longer so they can take longer to say things.
Well, you know, people say the elvish language is eloquent. I just think it's too long.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be going to sleep if I was to talk. If I was to have a conversation in Elfish with somebody.
Yeah.
And how do you say it in winged person?
How do you say it in winged person, Amelia?
Duck.
Amazing.
Alright then.
Truly.
I've
would
always
enlightening
believed that
conversation.
Celestial and Common are the exact same language, except only the people who like have been. It's a gatekeeping language.
Oh my goodness.
Celestial is just Latin.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So you
just
need to
pig
find-
Latin. It's Ukta.
Ukde?
Ukde. It's like
Like a
up
bit.
dog, oh my god.
What's up, dog?
Oh my gosh, Philip, please talk to an NPC about that.
I'm putting that in my notes.
But you have to not tell me about it. You have to surprise me.
I will see what I can do.
Roll out the full on binomial nomenclature for fucking duck.
Alright.
Sorry.
The meals you prepare are rather nice, actually, as they are supplemented with vegetables that you don't normally have on a journey.
This time I didn't fuck it up. I could actually see.
We sure about that?
Roll
Well, he was
performance
scared of the
check.
cheese, remember?
No cheese. It wasn't. It
Roll
wasn't in there.
performance check.
Fuck. Fine.
If you bring it up, I'm gonna make you roll.
I didn't bring it up. Fucking whatever. Dirty 20. Fuck you. It's immaculate.
They are decently cooked.
Oh.
They are sauteed very nicely for having no seasonings.
You can be taught. You did good.
Thank you, Sal.
Alright. The food being satisfying. Red and Emilio is your night for the watch, so you stay, whereas the others slowly, one by one, head off to bed. Howard sleeping just under the stars and beginning to drift off into a snore by the fire that is still crackling aflame. One
Nice
of
night,
you,
at least.
Indeed.
Have you ever been to Kaz?
I have. It's one of the bigger cities. Usually I just have to deliver a couple bottles of booze from up north, but occasionally I go to the council.
Council?
At this point, I'm not gonna start making stuff up. Luna, what's the government of Kaz? I will just start making stuff up, but I was hoping that you would expand on what you told me earlier.
Fuck, now you're gonna make me recall exactly what I told you earlier.
You said big city, lots of people. It's like
Oh, you're talking about for just Kaz. I'm sorry, I was thinking world.
No, God. You explain the whole world? Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been rough. Kaz is led by a more democratic merchant society. So just think of a group of really rich people that are merchants that have grown businesses in Kaz, and they just kind of created Kaz as a luxury location for travelers as well as other merchants. So it originally was just kind of a staycation location, and now it has become a city.
Solid. Do you have all of the council members' names?
We can definitely get them.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna make some up. I'm gonna make one up. You can run with it. Run with it if you'd like.
I'll go with it. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Cool. The guy that I normally deliver for, he has a really specific taste for a spice that can only be grown on about a tenth of the continent. His name's Mr. Wonderful. Nobody really meets him. It's kind of like a shadow entity, but he's well liked enough.
Okay, I immediately love that because I already know who he is.
He's a benevolent kind of guy. He usually pays pretty well.
Mr. Wonderful, huh?
Yeah. I've never met him. I've met enough of his entourage and his messengers. They have a name. I forget what it is.
Well, with a name like Mr. Wonderful, I imagine he's pretty wonderful.
Yeah, it's more self-proclaimed, but he is one of the nicer ones. He usually he's one of the. I'd like to think him as the head of security. He makes sure that the establishments run smoothly. Conflict does not do well, especially when you're on vacation.
That is exactly who I imagine Mr. Wonderful looking like.
Like Chad? Gosh. Well.
Hang on, I have to add a few things because apparently I didn't, and I'm a dope.
It's okay, Luna. I will write the lore. I am the captain now.
No, I'm totally down with Mr. Wonderful because I already know who he is and I already have a plotline for him, so it's great. It happened immediately.
Things happen organically.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a council of 7 or 8 people. I forget what it is. It's nice enough. As long as we don't overstay our welcome, we'll be fine. Buy some food, buy some drinks, tip well, you'll be fine.
Define overstaying our welcome.
Well, it's a tourist society. If you're not spending money or you're not making money, why are you there?
Well, I mean, yeah. We're not really planning to stay there for very long, I'd imagine. Just getting a boat and heading up to Lakeside, was it?
Yeah, something like that. We'll be fine. We might pick up a job while we're there.
Yeah. I mean, do your courier service, does it have like?
There's a drop box over here. I can see if we have a job that takes us up north.
Might be useful to get some cash, I guess.
Yeah. Plus, come on, we're in Kaz. You can find just about anything you need here.
That is good, because my money's kind of eating a hole in my pocket.
Well, yeah, you've been skirting by on my goodwill with people and the fact that there's been a robot apocalypse again.
Yeah. Talk about that for a bit. What the fuck was that?
I don't know, man. Things happen. We just kind of we just ran with it.
Yeah. I've been on this continent for like what, a week? And already I have an entire town being massacred.
It was like 40 people.
Well, either way, it doesn't feel like a nice introduction.
Well, I mean, hell, if you had to brave the storms outside, where you came from can't be much better.
No, fair point.
Now, if you'd excuse me, I'm gonna summon a bench, just like a normal park bench, and I'm just gonna lay down and look up at the stars.
Okay.
Okay. Try not to fall asleep.
Roll a perception check.
Aye.
Both of us, or just Amelia?
I broke my
One of
chopsticks.
you can either do it together or you can do it separately. That is completely up to you. But if you do it was one of you, you'll have it.
Okay, I'm cool with just doing it by myself.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh, 26.
26. Nice. Even though you're looking up at the stars, you're very tuned into your surroundings. The ambient air around you, whispering of the wind, as it just blows across sand, kind of carries some of the sand with it. Very peaceful out here.
By the way, sorry, Luna is just on my lap and I'm stroking her while looking around.
So both
Yeah,
of
you
don't...
play with that pussy. Got him. Sorry, continue.
The both of you don't notice anything occurring on your watch. As time goes by, eventually comes time for the second one.
That was just Al.
Yeah. Just Al?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were doubling up.
If
Or
we're
did
doubling up, I can double up. He said he was going to take second. I said I was going to take third.
So I guess it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do.
Just know I'm taking second.
Huh?
So I just know I'm taking second.
I'll go with second.
Okay. Doubling up, I guess.
So we're doubling up?
Yeah.
Mhm.
If that's the case, you guys might as well take first and second, then...
Well, I assumed we were going to alternate.
I can tell you from taking watches like this, that shit sucks, because you're not going to get any sleep. Just split it half and half.
Okay. But I guess we're taking second watch as well.
Okay. Second watch, which I will count a part of your first watch, is untroubled.
Oh,
Uneventful.
I'd like to beat Al over the head with a bench. No,
Yeah.
it fades out of reality. I'm gonna wake Al up and then go pass out.
And I'll go to where Phil is and kind of shake her awake.
Okay.
I'm being summoned. I got an 8 for perception check.
Nice.
Lovely.
I will slowly, groggily get up and then make my way to the top of the carriage. Just kind of sit on top there.
Okay. So you got an 8 for your watch, Al?
Al did.
Okay.
Yes, he got an 8.
So
He's,
you're rolling
away from
individually?
keyboard.
I guess so,
Okay.
because he didn't specify advantage.
Yep. Philip, go ahead and roll for perception.
Perception. Okay.
I'm in the carriage now as well, by the way. Sleeping.
17.
17.
Mm-mm.
Nice. As far as you can see, there is just sand and sky. Much else. Even on just hanging by the pathway, you don't see anyone on it. As far as you can see, it seems to be a very quiet night. Nothing really going on. Your watch goes very much uneventful.
Nice. Okay. I'm sitting up there reading, and I'll read and I'll look over at Al, and he's apparently very stoic today, so I'm just not gonna talk with him. Well, actually, I'm gonna send a couple jokes. So I'm like, while leaving a tavern, a dwarf and an elf bump into each other. Hey! Exclaims the dwarf. I ain't happy. Oh? Then which dwarf are you? And I can just imagine he gets super pissed about that.
Gets grumpy and grumbly and sits out the rest of the watch without talking to you.
Yep, pretty much.
All right. The suns begin to rise again. Howard stirs in his sleep, waking just as they begin to the suns illuminate the sky and the land below. The fire is crackling embers at this point, it having died out hours ago. But everyone begins to wake.
Are these rests long rests or short rests?
Long rest.
Okay, thank you.
As long as you're doing very low activity and you've slept for at least 6 hours, you're good.
Okay.
Alright. You wake after your rest and you feel refreshed. You regain any HP that was lost, any spells that you have consumed, so on and so forth.
Oh. Good morning, everybody.
I'm curled up on top of the carriage because I ended up falling asleep a little bit later on before watch ended.
Well, I suppose since we're alive, nothing happened.
We went to the Shadowfell. It was pretty baller.
Was it? Sad I missed out.
I saw a tumbleweed.
Did you?
Yeah,
Was it tumbling?
it went from one side to the other, and then at some point in time, it went back to the other side.
Oh. Sounds interesting.
Oh,
Glad I
yeah.
missed that as well. Hey, Howard.
Oh.
What's on the whole schedule for today?
Well,
Go forward.
Well, yes.
and then the DM actually yawns.
I take it we're not dead.
We're not dead.
Well, we're not dead, yeah. It's good. The camels just need to be stirred and watered probably and fed, and then we can make way whenever we're ready.
Well, yeah, but like, where are we going? Like, what's the route?
We're following the North Road until we get past a certain point, which will be probably in the next couple days. It takes us a couple more days longer of travel to actually get this direction, so it'll be approximately a week before we hit that point.
Well, keep us posted on if there's anything we should be looking out for.
Well, clearly anything charging under the sand, any ground rumbling, any foggy looking clouds in the distance that are orange, specifically sand looking, and then He just goes on with a list.
While
If you
he's
hear
doing that, I'm gonna
rattling, if you...
I'm gonna be in the background walking to the camels with a cup in my hand and a little spoon.
What?
Oh yeah,
You
sorry. Wait, what?
Okay.
You said the camels need to be stirred.
Oh fucking god damn it!
The pain.
Cool.
You can kill him if you want to. That's completely up to you. I run a full fair game. If he dies within reason, it's his fucking fault.
I kind of thought you were gonna like just milk the fucking camels and get like cereal.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
What are you thinking? Jesus.
You have a bowl and a spoon.
It was a cup.
Well, a cup and a spoon, whatever. Same thing.
All right. Anyway.
I will willingly take my 2 points of psychic damage if you want me to.
You'll be okay this time. You just lose any future DM inspiration. Either that or you gain it. But not this time.
Skeletal pins. How bad was the fucking?
That was a
joke.
really bad pun, and it is not envious by the DM. All right.
But yeah, we pack up all our stuff and get ready.
Howard takes care to the camels and begins to hook them up after feeding them and giving them water. And before long, you're on the road again. Who is rolling a percentile dice?
I'll do it this time.
Did you do it last time?
I did not.
Okay.
It was Emilio.
It was
then
Al. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
You win this round, Spider-Man.
So I roll in D&D Beyond, just one D100, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. That is 84%.
Nice. Roll a d10.
Quite.
Fuck.
Why
Because-
fuck?
Fucking Amelia rolled an 85.
Hey, it's
No, he
one
got a
number
75, I
off.
think. Didn't he?
Yeah, I got a 75.
Oh yeah, you get 75.
Was it 75? That was an 85.
No, it was a
that's
75.
75.
I rolled an 84. But either way, that is an 8.
An 8. Down 8. Naturally, I accidentally clicked off of it, so we have to click back.
Naturally.
Rocks fall from nowhere.
Rocks fall, we all die.
You come up
Who
upon a collection of houses and a gate that's closed in the middle of the pathway,
Blocking our way.
blocking your way with a set of 2 people on either side of the gate. They seem armed. Not exactly aggressive, but on watch, on guard, cautious.
I kind of lean towards Howard. I suppose this is right? We're going the right way.
I mean, the last time I did a shipment was probably about 2 seasons ago.
I demand a
okay.
refund.
But that's because we alternate runs whenever we do runs.
Okay. Well,
To be fair, I'm not sure what the situation is.
hello there.
What you doing in these parts?
You a
We're-
pirate
we're
or are you
just-
from the south?
I am deliberately ignoring that.
It was Southern Irish and Jamaican all in one.
I'm simply confused.
Exactly. That's why I
I got-
ignored it. Yeah, we're just passing through, heading on to on the Kaz.
Can I ask just like a stupid question, just real quick?
Yes,
You said
please.
that there was a gate in the middle of the road. Is the gate attached to anything?
Yes, it is attached
Okay.
to a couple of posts. It takes up the entire roadway, as the two houses are on. There are two houses on either side of the road, and you would have to run through them to get past the gate, unless you go around,
Sorry, question.
and through the terrain.
Do you mean like there's the road going through? There is one house on one side, one house on the other.
There is also farming on either side.
Okay, well,
And some
then there's a
cattle.
gate in the middle and just 2 guards on each side.
2 guards on each side of the gate. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no,
there's
I
4
understand
total.
what you mean.
There's 4 total.
I'm basically asking, is it literally just like one side is the same, looks the same as the other side?
Yes.
Okay, of course.
Okay, because I was asking because the way you described it made it sound like we're going along and there's like a random gate in the
No,
middle of the road
it's
with
not
nothing
too
there.
random. There's a very small set. It looks like a very small settlement, basically made up of 3 to 4 houses. Very small.
Oh, so not 3.
Okay.
Not just one house on one side, one house on the other.
No. It's just a very small collection of settlement and cattle and farming. The farming is a little smaller, of course, but
Fair enough.
Is there another gate on the far side of the road? Can we see that, or is it just on this side?
it's just on this one.
Yeah, we're just heading down towards Kaz.
Well, that's gonna cost you.
How much is that going to cost us?
Depends.
So, I'm
How
gonna lean
many
over
are
now.
you?
Yeah, let's you take the left side, I take the right side. Let's just walk up and go stand next to Red.
Go with that.
Okay.
Hop out on the back of the carriage, walk up to the front.
I'm gonna take the right side.
Also, and when he asks how many there are, my hand kind of behind my back. I've had it behind my back this whole time. I kind of use message. Saying to Phil to kind of hide where you are and try not to be seen. Don't make any noise.
I'll wrap myself up in my cloak and pretend to be like a sack of potatoes.
Just all of you?
Yeah. There's just there's me, there's a driver here, and
Nods.
yeah, two others.
Would that be 20 gold to pass?
Do these just seem like some country bumpkins? Do they have any armor or weapons or anything like that?
They do seem armed. They do have armor. They do seem to have... Doesn't look like the most quality of weapons, but the particular one that's talking to you has got a hand axe. The others just seem to have a sword, maybe, and a shield. Not much of a variety of weaponry.
Just real low tier stuff.
They just look like your regular, yeah, basically your regular bumpkins that are on the road.
Okay.
And then you guys are just flanking.
Yeah, I'm gonna like pat your shin, Red, and I'm gonna be like, my apologies, my associate here got a little ahead of himself. Which one of you was the leader of your little sorry, I guess technically the owner of your area?
He ain't here right now.
So it's just you four?
No. Kind of looks around his buddy. Looks back at you.
I'm gonna have my great axe at the ready. My warhammer's on my hip, and I've still got my shield slung behind. But my great axe is just between. It's in my hands, and the hilt of it or the bottom of it's between my feet. Just looking at these guys.
So just so that there is no miscommunication, you are extorting 4 months worth of labor from 4 caravanning individuals.
I'm not sure what you mean.
There's a farm here, right?
This our farm.
You sell crops to people, right?
We protect the farm.
What do you grow?
What do you do with your excess supply?
I'm not the farmer.
Are you so you have no idea how the farm works. You stand here and look pretty. And fail at that even.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
I kind of give Emilio
27.
a bit of a glance.
27.
Damn.
Jesus.
I have a plus
Shit.
9.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm not beating that. Ooh, even though I did roll a 19. Okay. He ends up kind of shying away as soon as you mention look pretty.
Oh, you hurt his feelings.
He looks kind of he's looks like he's biting back, blushing.
Oh, he has a
No,
crush on
no,
you.
I no business with the farm besides protection.
Do we look like we're going
Oh,
to hurt
so-
you guys?
So
And
as long
toll.
as- on whose authority are you enforcing a toll?
My bosses.
What is your
Oh,
boss's
how about
name?
this? How about this? I'm a courier service, and I have to come here through quite a lot. So how about this? And I pull out a piece of paper and I just start writing. It looks to be information about me, the company, and who I am. All of it is wrong, but it looks correct. I'm not describing FAX. I'm describing UPS.
Oh my
Um,
god.
God damn it.
UPX.
There we go. And I'm gonna fold it
No,
up.
you are describing ORC. Or ORX. Orcs.
There we go.
It's law.
So how about this? You get in contact with your boss, and you can come charge the company for it. Right there. I'm gonna put gold on top of it, and you have a lovely rest of your day.
A gold?
A gold.
I'm missing
that's-
19.
No, I think you got the correct amount. And I'm gonna lean forward a little bit and whisper in his ear so that no one else can hear it. I think I counted right, and if you want to keep breathing, you'll say so. And then I'm
Roll
gonna
an
lean back and like,
intimidation.
oh, easy. Guess what's higher than my persuasion?
I can't hear what he's saying, but seeing Emilio step closer, I'll step closer as well.
Also, I think I recognize leaning in and whispering in his ear.
Yeah, we're making a business proposition.
Just
I'm
a
not
business
threatening-
proposition.
I
Exactly.
have.
I'm not a threatening. Oh, my apologies, Luna.
Oh yeah?
29.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Oh.
It's okay. No apologies needed. I rolled an 8.
Oh, God. I introduced this man to God. Same day shipping.
Also, I
You
have.
can't.
my
You
hands
can back
on
away, and you can almost smell a little bit of sweat that he has begun to just seep in fear. Kind of looks at his partners. Kind of like had unspoken conversation between eyes and a soft groan mutter. And they move past. They let you move past as they open the gate.
Thank
Give him a
you.
quick nod, and I'm gonna let Red's cart pass, or I'm gonna let Red pass, and then I'm gonna hop back in.
Yep.
Alright.
Let me pass, sorry?
Yeah, because I was.
Oh,
In the
yes,
front,
you're not in the cart.
Howard begins to move forward and eventually.
When we get past the guards enough, Phil is gonna kind of look out the back and just kind of wave.
Yes,
You
indeed.
see one of them kind of like frown and awkwardly wave back. These were just common men, by the way, but they look like real grunty types. I'm sorry, I didn't describe them too in depth.
You're good. I wasn't gonna kill them.
No, yeah, I'm
I'm just gonna make one of them regret their life decisions.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. As the next couple hours go by, you resume to be in the desert, the barren, just expanse of sand and heat.
I spy with my little eye something yellow.
And the weather
Good
remains
stands.
relatively clear. The wind picks up only a little bit today, but the clouds seem to move along even faster.
Okay.
Go ahead and for the next 4 hours of travel, somebody else roll would be Philip. Roll
Yeah.
me a percentile dice.
60.
60.
60. Very nice. The next 4 hours that you are heading northward, they're hot and uncomfortable, sticky, but thankfully uneventful. And eventually, Howard pulls over to the side once more and makes camp for them. I think we're going to take another break.
Okay.
So we shall be back in like 5-10 minutes. I just need to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Okay.
Chopsticks, I'm
Do
so sad.
we want to
Were
change
you-
up?
Were you
Watts?
asking me?
I was asking everybody else.
Okay.
You're good, Leonard.
Yeah, you're good. Do we want to switch up watch, like different people, or is it fine how it is?
I think I'm chilling. I think we're chilling.
I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And if I rolled terribly, I was absolutely about to just fucking end that poor guy.
Oh, yeah, right.
He was about to just catch a 4th level inflict wounds. This motherfucker was about to be from breathing to not like that.
I mean, when you guys were coming up flanking me, I assumed you guys were assuming a fight was going to break out regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like killing people. I'm usually an advocate against it.
No.
However, some people just can't be helped.
I mean, yeah, a toll in the middle of the fucking desert, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
Right. Said,
That is
what
a
the fuck
shitty-
are they what are they farming? It's the desert.
Yeah, no, truthfully, if I didn't want to feel like killing them, I was definitely just gonna yeet a stick of dynamite into the crops and just be like, "Oh wow, they're on fire. You should go handle that." Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah, I know we had options.
Yeah.
I thought they might be bandits, but like that's
They're
no.
100% bandits. Come on
I mean,
now.
legally speaking, yes, they were
Yeah.
enforcing it. They were enforcing a random toll.
Yeah, that is stupid and probably illegal, but
Oh,
The official term would be a highwayman.
highwaymen,
that is.
yeah.
Can I just say that I appreciate the Colonel Sanders coming out and Emilio as the more he talked
Yes.
with them.
No, we're the fucking foghorn leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn.
I say.
Boy, I
Now,
said boy.
excuse me, kind sir, but I didn't mean any harm from my intentions. But if you continue to keep blocking the way, I'm going to make sure that you don't continue breathing. Are we understood here, partner? Beautiful. 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 We're going to walk on by now, and we're going to be friends. We're going to smile. We're going to wave. We're going to make sure that no one understands what I said to you today. Fantastic.
You're missing that Jamaican part of the South, the Segroudian accent.
It's the Irish twist.
I refuse. Morally speaking.
Yeah, all I could see was him coming up and just Foghorn Leghorn was came straight to mind. I was like, oh my god.
I just like the idea of Philip in the back. We get into a scuffle, she pops up and
Yeah, I was imagining like fucking if shit went down. She was just like if somebody tried to grab the potato sack, she would jump out and just like attack them in the face.
Yeah, that village would not have lasted much longer.
Uh,
All right, I am back.
Hi, back. I'm Oz.
Hi, back. I'm lost. All right.
what are we doing? Never mind.
Okay. So, doesn't take too long for you to set up camp and for Howard to nestle down with some more kindling supplies.
Yeah.
And having
Too
a
much.
fire started.
Be much of the same.
Pretty much.
I was saying we probably do much of the same. Like
Yeah.
I'd go get some firewood, scout a bit.
Okay.
I make another bench.
I will look up how to make like paper fans in one of my books. See if that's an option.
Go ahead and roll a performance check for that paper fan.
Okay.
And as far as the area, it's about the same as last
Damn
time.
it.
Oh. What you
Not
roll?
great.
It was an 8.
8. Yeah, it's a bit crinkled. There's a couple extra folds where there shouldn't have been, and it's a little awkwardly shaped for a fan, but it still works as a fan.
No
Perfect
snake.
size for you.
All right. I'll keep it in my pack for tomorrow.
You gather what wood you can from the surrounding brush, and Emilio, do you get water just the same?
Sure. Might as well. It is only a first level spell.
Also, now that I
I don't
know,
know. Rain.
yeah, now that I know that's what you're doing, I also hand you my water skin, have you fill it up as well.
I'll
You
do
to
that
learn
too.
some manners, boy?
Yeah, I was about to say. Wow,
Oh, sorry.
damn.
Sorry. Still in my
Well, I assumed when things were going down, I was like, hey, can you please fill this up while you're at it?
Now, how hard was it to add that extra word? Friend. No, I'm fucking
You
ready. Go get
foghorn,
some wood.
leghorn me?
I
I,
This is
Yes.
his
I,
arc.
run,
So this
I
is
run
his
into the thing.
All right.
The longer the journey goes on, the more Emilio becomes Foghorn Leghorn.
I will simply just start. I guess the accent that I'm doing is literally now just going to be Southern, and I'm okay with that.
Oh, God.
All right then. Sounds
Oh,
like
At the
we've
Southern
got
house.
our southern house in the house.
His wings start enveloping him. He starts growing a red crest on his back.
My wings are made of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I
I do say, sir.
I say, boy.
All right. The night grows on, and who is taking first watch?
It's I think the same, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Same? Okay. Red and Emilio, after being served relatively decently cooked potatoes and parsnips, and sweet potatoes, as well as whatever rations of cheese and bread that you have decided to consume. Be marking these off your inventories as well, don't forget.
Well, I presume most of the stuff we're eating is from Emilio's
Yeah. It's
box
rations.
of fucking food.
Yeah, we mix it with rations.
Rations. Get your rations.
Get your rations here, boy.
All right.
Thank you.
Fed, you now settle down into the night. Go ahead and roll a perception check. That's what I'm supposed to roll.
I guess since Al and Gur did fucking they each rolled, we can do that as well.
Okay.
22.
Perception, you said?
Yes.
Quickly. Fuck. It's not great. 16 though.
That's fine.
It's not bad.
Well, I rolled a natural 9.
The area around you is very still this night, the wind having died down completely. And there's not much that happens on this particular watch. It stays quiet all 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That was for first and second watch, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how are you guys divvying up watches?
First
half.
and second, yeah, half and half. First and second watch.
Well, what is
me-
considered a first watch? How long is first watch?
That is a very good question. How?
Which if we were smart, we would do. If we're gonna do 4 watches, we would do them 2-2-2-2s.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and just do singles,
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's
which
just
is what
two.
I thought we were going to do the first time.
So then
It's 2 watches.
2 watches if that's how you want to divvy it up. Okay.
Yes.
Or it can be 1 watch of 4 hours. That works too.
Yeah,
we can.
yeah.
I mean, I guess the better way would just be 1 person, 1 watch, and then just run
Yeah.
it that way.
Well, yeah. I was just concerned with fucking if the person on watch fell asleep, then there'd be nobody to wake them up.
Well, yeah, but
Oh,
if we
it's making
do
things
watches
more
like
complicated.
yeah, also if we do watches like you do, Red, none of us would get a long rest.
Okay, fuck me. Just go fucking 2 hours.
All right. First
Just 'cause
watch.
you're an
Who
elfin
is
girl, you
doing
don't need
first
4
watch?
hours.
Well,
Red.
I'm sorry.
Red's
I
doing
don't
first
put-
watch.
Yeah, I'm
Emilio,
fine.
you doing second.
Sure.
I heard
that's
Philip
third.
doing third, and Al doing
Yeah.
last.
Okay,
That's what I heard.
Yes, that works.
I think you're right.
Okay.
sure.
Al, do you want to do third?
It doesn't matter.
Are you sure?
I had originally said I was going to do second, but now
Oh,
I'm
well,
at
then do
fourth,
second.
so it doesn't matter.
Do
It's
you
cool.
do you
I got
want?
fourth?
Okay. Okay.
I got fourth. It's cool.
It means
got
you
it.
get to sleep in all the way, and you don't have to get up again.
Yeah, I know.
That'll be
Okay.
great. All right. So,
Are we taking our individual perception
Red.
checks then?
and
Yeah,
Emilio, your watches go absolutely fine.
Okay.
Al dies.
Al's
Al
just dead.
mysteriously disappears.
And on the third watch, go ahead and roll perception.
I don't see shit. 4.
Jesus.
Good, because there's not much to see tonight.
Oh, thank God.
Al, go ahead and roll a perception for the fourth
22.
He's fucking eagle eyes.
watch. All right. Your eyes pierce the void.
You hit a
Nothing
gritty so clean you
occurs.
see that.
It stays pretty quiet and still, and the sun begins to rise. However, distantly you can see, very distantly, you can see dark gloom starting to form on the horizon. Very distantly.
Looking like the
Howard's-
snake plume again.
Howard Stern. No, it's not. It doesn't look like it. It looks more large. Howard stirs slowly awake by the sunlight.
Is this like a plume of smoke, or is this?
I assume it's like clouds.
It looks very heavy, like smoke. Very dark.
Is it low to the ground or
It looks very low to the ground.
interesting?
So it's not a low cloud; it's a single towering plume of smoke.
No. It looks like the horizon is very distantly engulfed by this dark cloud.
Okay, so the entire horizon. Okay, got it.
Like a layer, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Howard and be like, I don't know if these are the sandstorms you're talking about, but the horizon just got really dark.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not good.
No shit.
Kind of figured that.
He kind of stands up, scratching his head. He's got bedhead already, and he's got sweat stains, by the way, under his pits on his tunic. It's gross. He's a smelly guy.
Oh, it's
Um,
like freezing cold in the desert.
Well, this
Well,
is from the past couple days, from just traveling.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
He licks his
We're full-on
finger.
sailors.
and walks past you, Al, to get a more higher advantage, but licks his finger and holds it up to the air and kind of just like is looking at it. Yeah, it's gonna be hitting us by the time that we're making camp.
Okay.
What's hitting us?
Then let's get going.
Yeah,
Start
we
waking up
better
the
make a
world.
move.
What?
We need to
What?
find shelter as soon as we can.
Ow, what the fuck's what's going on?
What's happening?
Either that or we're
Start-
battening down as soon as it's time to camp.
Storm clouds on the horizon. Howard saying it's a sandstorm. Gotta get,
If we
let's
just,
get
what if we
moving
just
quick.
outrun it?
Lovely.
We,
Well, we have to
outrun
be-
it, right?
We have to head right towards it, don't we?
Oh.
It is heading from behind you.
We're not heading
Yes, we have
towards
to
it.
outrun it.
It's heading from the south. It's in the south.
Okay. So we're going away from it.
Are we still? Is it all just desert around us, or are there any mountains or anything like that ahead of us?
Well, that's a good question. As far as I'm aware, you're in the quote unquote higher hills / mountains of the desert. So there's not really much else other than what you're in.
Okay.
And you are in desert, but a little bit rocky desert.
Are there
Okay.
like giant rocks around for us to kind of hide behind or make a shelter or something?
Emilio, hey.
As far as the eye can see, not at the moment.
What's up?
You wouldn't happen to be able to make a shelter, worst case scenario, right?
I mean, I'd make something.
I just figured since you can create shit.
Well, if I need to, I'll figure something out.
Okay, cool. I guess let's go a bit faster than usual today. Maybe try and keep ahead of it.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna rub my hands, and then I'm gonna cast Long Strider on the horses or the camels.
Okay.
Phil, misinterpreting what Al did yesterday, has a cup of water and a spoon in hand, ready to go.
All right then.
I'm gonna ask Phil real quick. I'm like, hey, can you help me? I want to do something real quick. You want to hop on my back and help give me another set of eyes?
Sure. I like flying, I
Okay.
think.
You're not gonna want to have anything in your hands for this.
I just drop it, like, don't even set down, just drop.
So I'm gonna fly up in the air with Phil on my back to about 100 feet, and see if I can, again, just get a better angle on anything that might provide any cover.
I dig my claws in a little bit harder because Phil realizes that she does not like heights.
That's fine.
Getting up higher, as far as shelter goes, there's not much in the way. You can see just many hills of sand and terrain, but not much in the way of cover. You could try being in between a couple of the hills, like in a valley, but that's the best option you have right now.
Fuck. Okay. I'll drop back down to the cart. Not really much to see. It's mostly just these hills. We can try and find a spot in between, but that's our best bet.
Yeah, great.
Just saying, what if we outrun it?
I
Is it going?
mean, we could, but we have to stop eventually.
Yeah, we'll stop when where we need to go. Or, when we actually have to rest. Hopefully we'll make up the distance so that it doesn't come on top of us.
Let's just go.
Yeah, no, yeah. Worst case scenario, Emilio, try and figure something out with
Yeah.
what you can make.
I'm chilling.
All right.
The horses are moving the camels
Camels.
are moving 10 feet faster.
All right.
We've
very nice.
we've nicknamed them horses.
Howard
Horses
goes
with air
ahead
quotes.
and gets them hooked up as quickly as possible and has you guys on the road in 5 or so minutes. Just before, not just before, Jesus Christ, I already said the sun was up. And just starts pretty much making way as fast as possible. Has them into a full sprint immediately.
We have
So-
horse left and mule 2. as their nicknames.
Hours left and meal 2, you said?
Yes. Mule.
Oh, mule, not meal.
No, mule. Donkey 2.
Got it. No, horse left, mule 2. Got it.
Yes.
Alright. Somebody roll a percentile dice.
I guess
Phil,
I'll do it.
go ahead.
what?
I was gonna say the person who hasn't done it yet.
I think it's back. I think
Yeah,
the
everybody's
rotation's
got
back
it.
to Amelia now.
Oh, yeah, I guess we could just continue the
The
rotation.
ride never ends. The ride never ends.
The ride never ends. Oh, wait.
Oh.
No, that's... I thought that
Oh no.
Reception 4 was...
Fuck.
Oh.
What?
Oh,
What'd
Luna.
you roll?
What did you roll?
99.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Roll a d20. Or d20. d10. Sorry.
10.
You die. You fall and die.
Ah.
You got a 10. Nice. Okay.
You...
I'm going back to the toaster.
Mhm.
Who is riding up front with Howard?
I will today.
Okay.
I'll-
You shall
I'll-
roll a
I'll-
perception check as you are on the outside.
I'm sorry, if somebody else would like to, you're
No,
totally
yeah,
okay.
no,
Yeah, all you.
I've been doing it for, I think, 2 days now. So,
You said perception?
Yes.
21.
Very nice.
21.
Distantly, at first, started to hear the slow flap of wing. A lot slower than a small creature. From just the sound alone, you figure that it has to be at least the size of a man. At least. When you turn around, you see high above a large, chromatic gold dragon
You're fucking kidding.
You are... What?
flying high above, still back, probably about 200 feet.
If I get
100
sued
or
over
so
this and we go
feet
to
in the
court,
air.
I will be pleading oopsie daisies.
Wait, hasn't the 2 worst things happened been you rolled them?
Yes.
Yes.
You're
Therefore,
not ro- you're-
stop letting me roll dice.
Yeah, you're not rolling anymore. Fuck.
The dragon seems to be flying relatively fast, but certainly faster than you are moving.
Challenge.
Does it seem interested in us?
We're unaware this
With-
is happening, right?
with a
Emilio and
21,
Howard are the only ones that
Emilio-
know this is happening.
You don't think it has any attention on you at all.
Hey, Howard, is this a bad time to mention you owe me 28 gold and there's a dragon above us?
Wait, what? When do I owe you what?
There's a dragon above us.
Kind of like takes a moment to hold the reins in another hand and turn around. Holy fucking...
If you want to start praying to a god, I can take the reins. Because if you acknowledge one, I would start hoping.
Kind of just stares off at this dragon, very much entranced by its sight. That's one of our elders. I hardly see them flying around. He must be moving because of the storm.
Does that sound like sane talk to me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure. Before I send Howard to the loopy bin.
I mean, if he doesn't attack us, I'm sure he's one of our elders. There's only a few dragons that are chromatic here in Isgrad. Remember? Don't you remember history class?
Ah! Can I roll a history check?
Sure.
By the way, in the back, me and
19.
Phil is teaching me how
19.
to do origami.
You do remember one of the elders, or rather, a companion to one of the elders, and that became an elder themselves. This chromatic dragon, Ethealdor. Or it could be Ethealdor. Cat, stop playing with the desk.
Ironically, Red, I am teaching you how to make a dragon origami while this is happening.
Yeah, funny that.
Trust me, you'll notice it in a few seconds anyway. But you remember of Theodore being a gold chromatic dragon on the Elders' Council.
Solid.
He roars out, which does alert all of you, finally, to his presence of the dragon, as he begins to swoop high over above you, as they has now caught up.
I'm in danger.
What the fuck is that?
It's a
It
dragon.
swoops pretty low down to you guys, as if to say, hi, bye. A flyby, if you will. As it roars by.
I poke my head out.
You see shimmering scales flying past.
Philip gets all excited because it's super shiny, so she's like, "Ooh!"
And by the way, this dragon is enormous. You could put it on the ancient scale.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
Jesus. Question.
Yes.
Half to the DM. No, actually, just to the DM.
Mhm.
Does
Do
my
dragons
character know-
exist anywhere
No,
near
that-
where you
that-
are, or
well, half that, and if they do,
they are
do I
in
know-
legend?
sorry.
They're in legend for you, myth. You haven't really seen any in Cinderia.
Okay. What was it? Do I know? There's like two sides to dragons. There's like the chromatic, and then there's the
Metallic.
metallic.
Mhm.
Do I
These-
remember which one is the good and which one's the bad?
This
Relatively speaking.
is a metallic.
Aw.
But roll a history check. Let's see how good your knowledge on legends are.
Does this fit with standard D&D logic and rules, or is this?
I
What do you
don't
mean?
remember because I don't remember which one is good outside of 19.
19. I'm not gonna give you an answer unless you actually remembered. So,
Wait, like legitimately, like outside of game remembered?
you rolled a 19, right?
I rolled a 19, yeah.
No, 20 was to remember.
Oh, okay.
So, unless you figure it out outside of game.
Rip Dozer. I'm not going to tell you.
Nope.
Nope.
That's for you to figure out.
Awful evil.
But the dragon
okay, so-
continues to fly on, unbothered by you, nor concerned with you.
I was just kind of
Understandable.
staring at the thing and almost like hero/god worship. It's like,
Okay.
Okay, so metallic dragons seem to be typically on the nicer side.
For now,
we're just
Howard
For
says.
now. Well, that was out of character, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was in character.
Well, yeah, no. You told me to look it up, so I looked it up.
Oh, you did. I meant out of game, but that's okay.
What? That's what I did.
I meant when we weren't
For the
playing.
game.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right. So, Al, you're rolling for the next one. For the next half of the journey.
And Amelia's
Fuck, okay.
not rolling anymore.
I'm just a silly little guy.
that was a 38.
38.
Yeah.
The dragon, although moving faster than you, still stays within sight for the next couple of hours. However, nothing else occurs as you are going between galloping and trotting along the pathway. The camel's only taking a break once for 10 minutes, and that was a couple hours ago. But eventually, they can't move on any longer. Eventually, they have to stop. and the storm is on your heels. The wind has picked up vastly in the last hours of the day's journey.
Theoretically,
Begins
how
to
fast
start-
is that storm moving a second? Or
Well,
a turn?
That's a good
generally,
question.
storms in real life move pretty damn fast.
They do
Well,
move pretty
sometimes.
damn fast.
It's like 50
Wow.
to 90 miles per hour winds.
Yeah.
I have not calculated out how fast the storm was moving. I was just gonna say it's very far off, and it's gonna hit them by the time that they're resting for the night.
To be a
Fair enough.
sandstorm, yeah, I imagine it would have to be going pretty fast.
Yes.
Mhm.
But you guys were also moving in the opposite direction at an even faster pace than normal pace, the normal fast pace. I mean, because you had Long Strider on.
Yeah.
Let's use the wagon for cover. Let's start getting a meal prepped because I don't think we're gonna want to eat with sand in our face.
That's for fun.
To continue the description, enough time to batten down the hatches, but as to make a fire, the wind is probably going to put it out before you do.
We'll just eat rations.
Yeah.
Seems like a ration kind of night.
Howard secures the camels to the wagon and secures the wheels to each other to just try and make sure that they don't move as much as he can. He puts in blocks. He tries as much as he can to secure them down.
I'm helping with that, by the way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll survival.
All of
To
us?
see how, just one of you with advantage.
Not me.
I've got decent survival.
Yeah, what do you mean? I have great survival.
Yeah, whoever has the highest survival just go for it.
Whoever's helping one of them.
Do you guys want to help me with it?
Yeah, I have this for.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Only one advantage roll.
Also, sorry, Emilio, I'm taking one of technically my rations from your bag.
You're fine. Okay, I've kept track.
It wasn't terrible. A 15.
15.
What's your
not bad.
What's your mod, Al?
What?
What's your mod?
Plus 4.
Not bad. It takes a little less time considering that you guys are helping, but you're able to batten it down as much as you can, putting a couple of the heavier crates outside and underneath the wheels. Excuse me, and just battening it to that, and then you all just decide to get into the wagon itself and tighten down the holes to the cover so not as much sand gets in. But it still wildly moves the cover. And this is where
I'm gonna use some sailor knots and really try and hank down on the cover up top and try and use some of the extra canvas we've got to fill in the gaps and help tie that down to try and limit the amount of sand entering the wagon.
It is.
Yeah, I help with that, with getting like the extra blankets that you guys stole, and try and help set that up too.
Just as you begin to batten down on the inside, as you are doing with the blankets and covering the holes, just as you finish, the storm fully hits. It's like walking through a wave of water. As the storm hits, it throws the canvas around the wagon. Not like the wagon itself, but it just is beating against the walls of the wagon. Oh, jeez, really, Gerbeast? Oh, that means I don't curse for the next 10 minutes.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Oh boy. That's great and all,
swear we
but
get
session
inspiration.
is about to end too.
Yeah.
But you manage to sit through the storm. And it passes after the night. But we'll go through that next session.
Okay.
So,
Is this where we're stopping?
this is where we're stopping.
All right.
All right, thank you very much, everyone, for playing, and everyone in chat for joining session 8. And we'll move on with our journey in session 9, hopefully next Sunday.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.